So that was episode 3?
Episode 3. Shit has just hit the fan. Remember,
Yes.
spoilers for the whole of Luke Cage.
Yeah.
End of episode 3, the only other person Luke Cage seems to care about has now been exploded and a building's been dropped on her.
Yeah, which is
not
the nicest.
No, I'm kind of excited for the escalation that is going on here.
Yeah.
We are escalating quickly.
Yeah.
I quite like the fact that we got the reveal of what was going on with his little heist, heist prep, and then
we knew what was going on there, didn't we?
we kind of knew, but we also saw snippets of it from the outside of the building, and now we saw it as a whole scene.
Yeah.
Which was great. And
It was
thing
really
that Netflix TV shows are doing really well so far has been people fighting each other in corridors.
Yeah.
And oh god, it's so good.
It was really good, wasn't it?
I'm not going to shout derivative because it's just I still haven't seen enough of people fighting each other in corridors.
Mhm.
I still want more.
Yeah.
I think the first one was Daredevil season 1. He was trying to get a girl who'd been kidnapped or something. There was a whole
I
group
forget
of
what it was, but
people.
he couldn't really fight at that point, and he was getting tired, and you could see it. And
Well, that still happens
he was hitting guys, but then they were just getting up again.
because he's Daredevil. He doesn't punch like a truck.
Yeah.
Which I think that's why Daredevil is still inherently more interesting so far.
Yeah.
Because he is vulnerable.
Yeah.
Obviously, Luke Cage cares about the people around him, and that's important. But so does Daredevil.
Yeah.
And also, he himself can be a lot more killed.
Mm-hmm.
That actually, I guess that's what made Rosario Dawson's character really interesting in Daredevil, because she just like reinflated his lungs and stuff, and
God, yeah.
that was good. That gave her a really strong character role. She was a support character, but she was a great character.
Yeah.
And Luke Cage probably isn't going to need that. Well, actually, Luke Cage did need her from that time that Jessica Jones shot him in the face.
Maybe we'll see her now.
Maybe. Ooh, good point. He has just had a building dropped on him. We don't know the extent to which he is invincible. You know, how good are his bones? Because as I understood it from the comics,
Well,
he
I mean,
had...
shotgun to the head, and his jaw was fine.
That's true. So, yeah, but as I understood it from the comic books, he had invincible skin. But that may just be he got the nickname the man with the bulletproof skin.
Maybe, yeah.
But actually he was just had general invulnerability.
Yeah.
So his bones are probably good too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean you can slash up Wolverine, but you can't break his bones.
Mm-hmm.
Is Luke Cage the opposite? But we'll see which version. We'll see what Luke Cage's powers are here.
Yeah, we will.
I mean you can also beat Superman to death. So, you know, any invulnerable person can still be hurt.
Yeah, not necessarily. We don't know the extent of that.
Well, we know that Superman's basically the most invulnerable person that there is in comics. And we know he's been beaten to death several times. So, Luke Cage is not that hard. And
True.
So he has a threshold of being beaten senseless as well. Shotgun to the chin at close range knocks him unconscious. And probably would have killed him if it weren't for because it was like a concussion type effect that he had, bleeding in the brain or something like that. So his brain isn't invincible.
True.
We know that. So whiplash might kill him.
Mm.
So if you want to kill Luke Cage, possibly load him into a car accident. Might be the way of doing it. Whereas dropping on a building on him, I'm 100% guaranteed that that's not killed him, because that was episode 3.
Yes. Now, one thing we did also notice, one of the actors in this, who I then suddenly clocked has been in Star Trek First Contact, one of my favourite films. Captain Ahab has to hunt his whale.
This far and no further.
Well, that was Picard's line.
The line must be drawn here.
But so she's actually in this.
Yep.
Which I just clocked.
She's great.
It's quite a big character. And then Ross clocked that she's actually in Captain America Civil War.
Yeah, she is the woman whose son died in Sokovia, who slapped a photograph into Tony Stark's hand.
So as far as we know, she is the first actor to be in the MCU in 2 separate roles.
Yep, I guess so. I still can't think of another one.
Yeah.
And I can't think of anyone who's... the only other example I thought of someone who's been in anything twice is Ryan Reynolds, who's been Deadpool twice in the same universe, except one of the Deadpools has been omitted from the X-Men world by Days of Future Past and has been omitted from the memory of all fans of movies because it was such a bad film.
Well, yeah.
So, it's better if we just don't talk about it. In fact, I'm not even going to name it. I'm not going to name the movie. You know the movie I'm talking about, but it's a movie we do not speak of if we can help it.
Anything else you got to say about episode 3?
Shit just got real. I'm excited.
Yeah. I feel like the first 2 episodes were dragging a little bit, and this one, second half of it at least, really just sort of, it came together.
Yeah.
And it brought together what I needed, and now I feel like
we got the cool action sequence. We got Misty Knight's opinion on several things, which I like. She's definitely
found out Misty Knight's partner is actually on the bad guy's payroll.
Oh yeah, that was cool. I like that. Yeah, it's escalating quickly. Misty Knight almost certainly in favor of the Sokovia Accords.
Yeah,
I quite like that. I like the fact that she's kind of taking it as read that Luke is probably bulletproof.
Yeah,
because she is aware of a world in which crazy stuff happens.
Yeah,
I like the fact that cops in this world are like, well, what if this is a meta-human situation kind of thing. I like that. Jessica Jones had that a little bit as well.
Yeah.
She had to convince the cops that Kilgrave had the powers that he did, and they were skeptical. Yeah. And she was like, yeah, well, what about the stuff that happened? You saw a portal open in space, and you can't believe someone has mind control powers? And people sort of were... Yeah, good point, actually.
Yeah.
In the end. So, yeah, that's interesting. I like it that the world is big enough and it's expansive enough, and that's something you can do with the MCU that you can't do with a standalone TV show, and that is why the MCU is the best.
Yep.
Episode 4, here we go.
Yeah.